Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, keep relax your body, your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to develop a good foundation with tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation. So in the beginning, we follow a structure. And through that structure, as practitioners yourself, you can be more comfortable in the beginning. And once you develop yourself the technique, and you have to remember you become your own master. And at the same time, this meditation is not for everyday practice. Why you have to practice every day? There is a certain level you have to develop and you have to end the practice. You have to come to a point to reach to the wisdom. And once you have the wisdom, you have to live with the wisdom. So don't addict to practice. You know, it is okay for a certain level to practice. Learn. But don't sit to learn. It is only for beginners. So that all the practitioners that here I can see, we sit every day, most of time. So it is good. So then you have to come to a point to sit, to brush up yourself and advance yourself, to clean yourself. And at the same time, you have to see that development within yourself. And there was a mother telling to the child many times not to do it. The child doing some work. And then there was one of her friend visiting her house, and then while they were having a discussion, this child came and started to do whatever the mistake. Then the mother got mad in front of the friend. Now she feel kind of like disappointed, and she told, more than 100 times I told you not to do this. Why are you doing this? Can't you understand? You have, then the mother start to tell, you have to send to a different school maybe. You don't learn anything. So like that, she trying to slowly push all the the mistake towards the child. And the friend told, listen, if you told 100 times to that child not to do, still if the child keep doing it, maybe something wrong with the way you telling. That's why the child cannot understand maybe. So it is better you learn how to say something. So there is a lesson inside that. So you have to remember yourself. And I am here not to teach you, because I cannot teach like that. So here that I'm trying to, throw some kind of informations, and maybe it's not going to apply for each and everyone. And like that mother 100 times after I told, I'm not going to tell, why you don't learn this. No. So then yourself, you have to remember, you become your own master if something doesn't work inside you, even as with the tranquility state, even with the primary mental object, even about the vipassana. Then you have to look into yourself, why this doesn't work with me? What I am listening? Maybe you go teacher to teacher, that the place to place, talk to talk, and you're going and collecting information, but still inside you, if you don't see the clarity and the very clear foundation and very clear path, you have to question yourself and say, what I'm learning? Oh, what I'm practicing? So that's why always remember, once you, in the beginning, you have to have very clear understanding with the practice. So here we practice tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation. So in the tranquility meditation, mainly we're trying to settle down with our own mind. And another way, it called the one-pointness. Through the primary mental object, we settle down with our own mind and develop undisturbed mind. So you have to be very clear with that. You developing undisturbed mind. That's mean it's not jumping here and there. That whatever the determination you have, with that, you go and stay with the primary mental object. So it's kind of like a taming your mind, not controlling, but developing the awareness little by little, and underneath you have a habitual pattern. Your mind always go here and there. You slowly taming it and developing the tranquility state to settle down with primary mental object. So for that, in the beginning, in the physical level, we work with the posture. So each and everyone need to ask yourself, how about your posture now? Are you comfortable to sit like this? If not, no one responsible. It is your own responsibility. Why you don't want to get into very clear posture? Practice yourself and see sometimes, and how long you can sit unmovable. How long you can develop a solid posture. That doesn't mean you have to be like a statue, but it's understanding yourself and how you can tame and how you can go beyond the ordinary current and developing a mental physical discipline. That's it. Because once you get it, you are the one who's going to have benefit out of it. So then in the very first level, you settle down with the posture. And from there, you develop the primary mental object, settle down with that tranquility state. You cannot make a mistake out of it. In front of your nose and your upper lip area, you find the sensation. And there are many ways you can get the primary mental object, like observing the movements of your lower belly area, or the chest, or the shoulders, or the entire body. Those are different methods. Different schools have different interpretations. But for now, settle down with why we come to the in front of our nose and our upper lip area. The very reason is that is the most subtle, difficult place to practice. That's why. So if we go to the we try to reach to the higher. We not look for the lower path or the easy ways. We just we keep going to the best place. Because in case if you come to the point to recognize the sensation in front of your nose and your upper lip area, it's guaranteed. You can settle down with any sensation anywhere in your body. Why? Because this is the most subtle, difficult, hard place to settle down. I know that. So if you go with the lower level, and maybe you feel so good with the moment, but the long term, it may not going to be beneficial for you. But it's different person to person. Anyway, try to find the sensation in front of your nose and upper lip area and work with your posture, moving your upper body back and forth and head up and down, little bit like that. You find the right place. And as you know, that if you deeply, hardly inhale, exhale, you know there's a sensation. So there is a deeper, subtle, sharp sensation happening. So slowly, little by little, bring your attention and find it. So while you find it, remember not to disturb to it. And at the same time, don't interfere with its own natural process. So remember, it is a bodily action. And when you have an unmovable posture, very easily you can get it. And once you settle down with that, little by little, your mind will calm down. And in a certain level, you feel anymore you are not responding to this physical body. And anymore that no any difficulty with the primary mental object. So the mind and the primary mental object integrate and become kind of like a more connective. So once you have that connection, your mind can see even deeper that whatever the sensation is, it is more different than in the very first level, whatever you saw, like as inhalation, exhalation. In the deeper, this whole entire process happening and changing, and itself, it's kind of like the energy. So once you come to that recognition, and then you more can see deeply the observer, the very nature of the observer. That is where we keep going. Not the breathing, not the sensation. We go and catch the observer. Because the observer is the result of this entire body, not just one part. So once the mind settles down in one place, you can recognize the observer, the very nature of the observer, the perceiver. And once you get into that level, and we're going to develop this practice from tranquility state to vipassana level. So then what is vipassana means? Deeply, thoroughly observe with the analytical mind what you observe. This is very important. So whatever the sensation happening head to toes, within the awareness, within the limited of your awareness, whatever happened. So that experience you observe and recognize to the depth. When you observe that way, there are 4 foundations you can develop your practice with. The one is the body, the posture itself, and the feelings. So whatever the feelings arise in your body, maybe stronger feelings, or maybe any feeling that available, that you can get as a primary mental object and then observe it. And also the thoughts, that thoughts here, when the mind come to the very primary, settle down with the primary mental object, as I mentioned, you can see the observer. You can experience the perceiver. So in that level, you can see how the mental formations interfere when you observe something. And in that level, the mostly with the desires or with the greed, hatred, or the delusion, so this kind of thoughts, you can very clearly see. And you can see the very roots of the thoughts. And even it is just a thought. It is not somebody. It is not a person. That here, remember that whatever you experience, it is a result of something. So then you see that connection. You see the thought, and then you see that thought arise because of another thought. So Chittanupasana, you recognizing through the thoughts. And when you observe that, you can see something, that there is an interconnection. Things can happen according to the cause and effect. So understanding that is Dhammanupassana. So, and when you go this way, that everything related to the phenomena or the dharmata or the nature, and it is not somebody, it is not a person experiencing these things and personalizing the experience. This is the moment by moment, the process happening, and according to necessary conditions and environment in that very moment. Here, right now, right here. And that cause and conditions itself responsible for that own cause and conditions. So when you recognize this way, and it will give the wisdom regarding impermanent. So each and everything impermanent. Even the moment that you experience something, that also impermanent. That everything means, so this is where your mind start to release from the personalizing or the holding things, and kind of like developing solid experience. So when the mind able to see the change, whatever you perceive and whatever the perception and whatever experience, when you deeply, because you can see it, why? Now you have undisturbed mind. So whatever you experience, you see, it just go away. It's not permanent. It's not going to be there in the same way. And the experiencer also change according to that. And then you can see that how everything impermanent. And also, there's no kind of like a permanent place to settle down with the satisfaction. It's a kind of like a mental energy. It is just a thought. Your happiness is a thought. And then now you see it, how it changed moment by moment. And it is not belong to you, because according to necessary conditions, the feelings arise. And now you know, according to that feelings, your mind respond and maybe come that the happy feelings, unhappy feelings, or neutral feelings. So now you know it related to thoughts, and the thought also change. And then the whatever experience itself disappearing, and then you recognize selflessness. So once you come to this experience within the moment, whatever that you go through, and your mind slowly release from collective nature. It's just moment of experience. Once you get out, once you release from the seeing the impermanent itself is the solution to detachment. Remember, otherwise there is no conscious decision, oh, I'm going to detach because of this change. No, the seeing the change itself bring the result, detachment. Seeing the change itself bring the result, selflessness. There's anymore nothing that you have to think and take a decision. So that's why experiencing that. So the vipassana is the method to experience the change. Change happening as it is in that very level. Not mental reflection. Remember this. Because if you have idea to think about the change, your thinking is a part of thought. So then your thought interference to the present moment of experience, and the thought overtake, then the mind will create something. That is not the change. That interference also can create a kind of like a mental image and kind of like a energy, kind of like a feeling in you. But that is not the change. So that's why you have, when you come to the vipassana level, completely drop all the methods, patterns, and the ideas and the knowledge you carried, and completely be open. And see, little by little, whatever you experience, knowingly it is impermanent. Look deeper, look deeper. So like when you see through a telescope, it's a microscope. If you have the intention, what you want to see out of it, maybe when you keep your eye on it, maybe you see that. Why? Because you have the preconditioned mind. But it is not like that. So you keep your eye on the microscope and observe. And so while you observing what you see, this is very important. Catch this very carefully. What you see, not what you think or like that. What you see through the microscope, you don't take as permanent result. You shake it a little bit and look again. And then you're going to see something else. You shake it a little bit and you go deeper, then you see something else. So like that, when you keep looking, keep looking, in a certain level, it takes you to the depth. When your observation, analytical mind went to the depth, you look again, again and again and again, then you know experience the depth. It is not thinking. That is what you have to understand. Because mostly that our mind, we go, when we practice meditation, mean we thinking process going inside. No, you have to completely drop that thinking method and bring the observation, develop the analytical method. That is very important. Question, look into yourself, what you experience is a imagination or creation of your mind, or is it really you see something beyond your mind? That is where you need the effort, the energy to challenge what you experience. Otherwise, you not become, when you practice meditation, you not become like a grumpy, long pace, and you feel like lethargic, sleepy, and you go with whatever come to your mind, then you caught up in la la land. No, you become more sharp. You bring your 100% maximum level of awareness, and you challenge your own experience. We challenge for others, we try to do things. That's why it says, even you can conquer a country, but the greater conquerance is conquering your mind. Why? Because when you deeply bring the awareness and challenge to what you see, what you experience, deeply yourself, you come to the point detached from your own experience. That itself invite for your liberation. Because mostly what is happening, we clinging, we holding, we become more comfortable with our inner feelings. But now you go into it and you observing, you shaking it, looking, what is this? To do that itself, you have to get out of self-centered mind. So see, what you practice itself, it's become the result of recognition. So otherwise you developing your mental image, and in a certain level, suddenly, oh, this is impermanent. You're not going to come like that way. There's no process in that way. Thinking and impermanent, and kind of like a chanting and thinking, visualizing, there is no way you can go. You go into your own mind. So the vipassana level of practice is more different. So then what you experience, maybe as a sensation, maybe as a thought, you get into it. Anymore, you are not looking this outside perception. You don't go with that, because you are come to the point of tranquility state. You have undisturbed mind. If you don't have it, first get into that in the very first level. And then you go deeper. So then be aware yourself, whatever come experience, look into yourself. Is this my mind? Is this a mental image? Is this an illusion? Is this a hallucination? Oh, am I really seeing without dreaming? So you are the only one can have that question. So entire our lifestyle, giving facilities not to question that. And no one allow you to question that. Is this real? Even in a very conventional life, ordinary life, You cannot question it. You go and ask your wife or the husband, is this real? Are you real? Ask your children or the parents, are you real? Is this true? And you will say, maybe that going to become the next world war. So the reason is we are conditioned to not to question. So that is where we bound to this word called life. We just keep going, keep doing things. And in that level, we ourselves, we got tangled within our own inner truth. So only thing, it is there. It's not going to disappear. Remember one thing. You will die and this everything will disappear. But the truth going to remain. You come back, it's going to be there. You come back. Maybe we take the old imagination, hallucination, mirage. This we take that path, that we take that side, we go with it. We go with it, we'll fight with that, we die with it, but you will come back. The truth going to be there with you. It cannot destroy. It always going to be there. That's why eons by eons after this whole timeline, the Buddha come. Again and again, the people can attain to enlightenment. Why? The truth happening in you. It doesn't matter that your hallucination, your imagination, your desires, your lies, your bias, it's going to be there, but it's not going to be forever. But the truth is there. So it is within yourself. So one day, if you really want to see that, it will be available. Right now, right here with you. You don't need to look anywhere else. So that is the method of vipassana. That's why when the Buddha explained this, that all other, even the unseen Brahman, that the devas, deities, shattered. And all the gurus that used to depend on samadhi. And it's kind of like a mind-blowing that they couldn't understand in the very first level. What is this? We never heard that. So then remember yourself. You are more fortunate than them because you have the opportunity to understand 2,600 years. This itself, the journey itself proved this. And it worked. So it is your opportunity. Only thing is, get out of your laziness. Get out of your imagination. Only you can do it. Remember this, all the difficulties, hardness, suffering, unsatisfaction, it because of your own imagination. It because of your own choice. It because of your own will. It because of your own desire. When the day you find out that all thoughts, nothing else, that's all thoughts, you will find your inner freedom. Once you have it, the world going to be remain, and day by day it become advanced. So, but still, you're going to be free. That is what we need. So that's why when you come to the practice, The most important part is what you experience within yourself. Don't afraid to challenge that. Shake it, look into it. That's why when the Buddha attained to the Buddhahood, the very next day he didn't come out and say, "Oh, I'm a Buddha." No, no, he himself again and again reflect on himself and start to look: is this truth? Is this right? What I see, this cause and effect, is it really work? And he used to observe it from bottom to top, top to bottom, and from the middle to up and down. So like that in every way. He just, start to preach. No, he didn't do that. He start to observe himself. So see, even attaining to Buddhahood light. So then that's why when you come to the sensation, even the sensation, remember yourself. When you recognize, look into that, challenge yourself. Is this the sensation? Then, because that the only way you can get out of your own imagination, hallucination, mirage. There is no any other way. For that you have to have developed certain energy, effort, desire to do so. So that is where your practice going to nourish itself. So then remember, the vipassana is the method of recognition, impermanent unsatisfactoriness and selflessness within each and every moment of experience. And also with the experiencer. So let's practice a little bit ourselves. And now it is your time to see what you're doing with your own practice. Okay, so keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line. So bring your attention to your whole body and get out of all the thoughts and even the whatever you listen and everything, and just completely free yourself. And observe head to toes and determine yourself as a Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times, and find the sensation in front of your nose and your upper lip area, please. So if it is possible, keep an unmovable posture. Just bring your attention to the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. Don't interfere with it. Just allow it to happen naturally. And while it happens, just recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Through the sensation of it. Do nothing extra. The thoughts covered your mind. Bring the determination and sharp your awareness towards the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. Let the body to be itself. Let the sensation to happen itself. And bring your awareness to the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. Be limited only for that. See the change happening moment by moment within your each and every experience. What you experience create the experiencer. So when the experience change, the experiencer also change. Observe deeply and thoroughly. Look into yourself and see, are you thinking or are you observing? Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, to your right side, downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe realize impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness. Say sadhu, 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 and recite to yourself and determine yourself. We offer this practice to the great qualities of the Supreme Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And by the power of these meritorious activities, may all of us get out of the suffering, impermanent and unsatisfactory nature. And finally, may all of us attain supreme bliss of liberation or the Nibbana. Also, we share these merits with our deities and the guardian angels. May they able to receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chamni sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya Buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami idang me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.